Good morning. It is 9:58 a.m. on Saturday, March 19th, 2022. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I'm watching a TV show called Severance on Apple TV Plus, and it just had episode 6 last night. And here's the thing about it is that I like so much of it. It's got a really cool premise, some interesting exploration of sci-fi ideas, a good cast, some cool aesthetics, but get on with it. It suffers from the pacing issues that a lot of streaming shows do lately, which is to say, we want to do multiple seasons, and so that means season 1 has to finish with some big cliffhanger that'll set us up for what we want to do for season 2. Oh, wait, how many episodes do we have to fill? Well, I mean, we can't get to this part until the season finale, so I guess just stretch, just keep going, keep finding stuff to do that doesn't get us all the way where we want to be yet. So yeah, I'm getting frustrated with the pacing of it, even as I like a lot of the rest of what it's doing. It's frustrating. I wish that part of it were better because I like so much of the rest of it, but bad pacing it's hard to get better from there. I mean, the pacing can always improve. Like, it can always get to a point where we say, finally, this is better. But if you're not familiar with the show at all, it stars Adam Scott in the lead, but it's also got Patricia Arquette and John Turturro and Christopher Walken. And it's a story. It's a sci-fi story about this company has invented a surgical technique that they call severance that allows you to completely separate your memories of the time that you're at work from the time that you're not at work. And so literally when you are at work, you know nothing about the rest of your outside life. And when you are not at work, you know nothing about what happened at work. And functionally, that sort of creates a mirror version of yourself that doesn't have access to any of your memories. And yet, it can't help but be that the two halves, so to speak, can affect one another. For example, if you cut your finger while you're at work, when you're not at work, you're going to say, I have a cut on my finger and I don't know how that happened, right? So the two go back and forth, but it quickly becomes obvious that regardless of whether the person who's there at work wants to be there, it is the person who is not at work who gets to decide. Because essentially, if the person who's there at work says, I don't like this anymore, I want to quit. Basically, the way that works is that you submit a resignation request to your outside self. And if your outside self decides to deny that request, nothing to be done for you. And it's weird because it's almost like keeping a version of yourself in a hell prison. Except that it's you, except it's also kind of not, because we talk about consciousness and what defines our consciousness, and lots of times one of the things we talk about is the idea of continuity of memory. But if you don't have that, if you create with scientific means two separate continuities out of your own. See, so it's got some really cool stuff in it. I just wish it would pick up the pace. Because I believe we're supposed to get 10 episodes. I'm not sure. I saw something that said at least 9 because it was just projecting episode titles, but we're at 6, and although certainly stuff has happened, it's feeling like it's withholding the big reveals until the finale. Which, sure, why not? Except that it doesn't feel. It feels like it's dragging its feet in the meantime. In any case, I'm going to leave it there, and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes. Don't forget, tonight, this evening on Twitch, my twitch.tv/Christiana Ellis, we're going to be streaming the latest episode of our game of Root, the role-playing game, and they're going to arrive at a new location, which means it's a great time to jump in, and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes. I said that already, but there you go.